Hello friends, welcome to my channel Quiz and Storyline. Today we will talk about it. In the year 2257, humans lost Earth due to their mistakes. Earth is no longer habitable, so humans were moved to the moon to establish colonies there. However, due to severe storms on the moon, the plan failed. Yet, some humans still remain on the moon, mining resources to supply the planet Omega, where humanity has relocated. Omega is completely safe, but every person on the moon must work for 20 years mining before they can be sent to Omega. If someone dies before completing the 20 years, their family must finish the remaining years. If the deceased has family members under 18 years old, they are immediately sent to Omega, but it takes 75 years to reach there. During this time, they are placed in cryosleep, which prevents them from aging. This means that when they arrive at Omega after 75 years, they will be the same age they were when placed in cryosleep, while everyone else will have aged 75 years. Every human on the moon has lost all forms of entertainment as there is nothing fun here. Everyone is bored in their bunkers. There's also a rumor that something shiny has fallen on the moon, creating a large crater, but no one is allowed to go there. Here, we are shown the story of a boy named Caleb, whose father died while mining, and his mother is no longer alive either. Now, Caleb is all alone, and he is under 18 years old. According to the rules, he is being prepared to be sent to Omega, but Caleb doesn't want to go because his friends are here. He tries to steal a rover with his friends to explore outside the moon, but due to their mistake, an alarm goes off, and they fail. Caleb has a capsule he found in his father's ashes, and his father told him that something shiny crashed in a specific part of the moon. Now, Caleb wants to go there. An officer calls Caleb and tells him that the meteor shower will start tomorrow, and once it ends, he will be sent to Omega. Omega is a planet where humans are happy, but Caleb's happiness lies with his friends. Caleb used to always go to the top of the tower with his father. His father used to say, "You should not be afraid of anything." Once again, Caleb goes to the top of the tower, where his friends join him. Caleb's friend Talon knew that Caleb's father always wanted Caleb to go to that part of the moon where the shiny object had crashed. He says, "You're leaving in 3 days, we should fulfill your father's wish." Now they all look at the map of the place they need to go. But getting out isn't easy because they need a code to open the doors, and they also have to steal a rover, which they failed to do last time. They gather all the necessary equipment that will help them survive outside, but the biggest challenge is obtaining the code that unlocks the doors. Talon says, "Addison can help us because she is the daughter of a scientist and recently arrived here." She meets with Basin, but Addison initially refuses to help. Dylan tells her the whole story, explaining that their friend Caleb is going to Omega forever and that it was his father's last wish for him to reach the spot where the shiny object fell. That's why we all want to help him, and for that, we need the code to unlock the doors. Addison says, "I will help you, but on the condition that I will come with you." They all agree to this, and then they head to the rover, because they will need it to travel across the lunar surface. They disconnect the rover's alarm and take control of it, and with Addison's help, they open the doors. Dylan becomes the driver since he's the only one who knows how to drive. For the first time, they exit the mining area. This is the first time they've seen the surface of the moon, and they are thrilled. But they must return before the meteor shower starts, as the entire mining base goes into lockdown whenever a storm begins. Addison says, "After 20 years, we will all go to Omega too." But Dylan replies, "It's not that simple. Mining is very dangerous work, and if someone dies, their family has to complete their remaining years. It's a trap that's hard to escape from." Addison is shocked to hear this. Then they all decide to exit the rover, and everyone must wear their spacesuits for this. Addison's suit is the most advanced. As soon as they step onto the moon's surface, they begin jumping high into the air because the gravity here is very low. Everyone is enjoying themselves, even though Addison tells them not to do this, but they don't listen to her. Addison looks at Earth from the moon, where they all once lived, and becomes emotional as she recalls memories of the past. On the other side, Caleb, Dylan, and their friends are jumping high in the air using oxygen cylinders. Addison again tries to stop them, but they ignore her. One of the younger boys, who jumps too high using the cylinder, becomes uncontrollable when the rope snaps. He starts drifting away rapidly, but the other friends manage to catch him with the help of their oxygen cylinders and bring him back. A lot of their oxygen has been wasted in this game. Now, they don't have enough oxygen left to reach their destination. Then one boy says that his friend once told him there is an outpost nearby where they can get more oxygen. But another boy says that his brother told him there are ghosts there, so he doesn't want to go. However, they have no other choice but to head for the outpost. They quickly continue their journey and arrive at the outpost, where it's dark. They sense that something is inside. They see some figures, and everyone gets scared. But when they turn on the lights, they realize these aren't real people but statues. They understand that this isn't an outpost, but rather a model of homes that humans had once built to live on the moon. But the entire project failed because massive storms occur here, with meteor showers that are extremely dangerous. After entering the house, they remove their suits because there's oxygen inside. They also find food, and they decide that they will spend the night here. While talking, Addison tells everyone that when she was on Earth, her parents divorced. Afterward, her mother took her brother with her to Omega, and she came to the moon with her father. Everyone falls asleep, but Caleb and Addison are still talking. Caleb says, "After my parents died, Dylan supported me, he's my only friend. Even though I don't want to leave here, I have to go according to the rules. When I'm gone, take care of Dylan because, other than me, he has no one in this world." His father also left him. Addison promises that she will always be there for Dylan. The next morning, they set off again in their rover, but soon they realize that the rover's battery is dead. They must reach the place where the shiny object had struck, creating a large crater, before the meteor storm begins. Before moving forward, they sound the emergency alarm from their rover to alert everyone at the mining area of their situation so that they will come to rescue them. Soon, they reach the crater, which is enormous. They enter it, and by accident, Addison presses a button, which causes everything around them to start changing. They begin to feel as if they are on Earth, although it's just a visual simulation. The visual is so realistic that they truly believe they are on Earth. Here, Caleb notices a mark on a tile. When he removes it, he finds a picture of his parents and a capsule beneath it, which is similar to the one he has. He realizes that the capsule contains his mother's ashes. This is the first time Caleb has seen a picture of his mother, so he becomes very emotional. He places his mother's ashes next to his father's. He also understands why his father wanted him to come here. Caleb feels very sad, but his friend Talon comforts him, saying that he shouldn't be sad but rather happy because he is soon going to Omega. Every person living here dreams of one day going to Omega, but Caleb doesn't want to leave. Dylan then reveals the truth. He tells Caleb, "Your father's death wasn't an accident. He sacrificed his life so you could be sent to Omega and live a better life there." Caleb is shocked to hear this. Suddenly, one of their friends falls ill. They rush back to the rover, but before they can reach it, a meteor storm, a fierce shower of rocks and dust, begins. They try to avoid the falling meteors, knowing that if they are struck, it could be fatal. Everyone starts running in all directions, and during the chaos, Addison gets separated from the group. Dylan and Caleb set out to find her, and soon they locate her and bring her inside. However, Talon's helmet gets a crack in the front glass, causing him to start losing consciousness. They quickly repair his helmet, but the force of the meteor storm breaks the glass of their rover as well, forcing them to wear their helmets constantly. Now, their oxygen is running out, and they all realize that these might be their final moments. They find solace in the fact that their last moments are being spent together, and gradually, they all lose consciousness. After some time, Caleb wakes up and discovers that he's no longer on the moon but has arrived on Omega, having completed a 75-year-long journey. Caleb wants to know what happened to his friends, whom he loves dearly. A nurse then comes to him and gives him a device containing messages from his friends. After listening to the messages, Caleb learns that one of his friends formed a baseball team, just as he always wanted. Addison led a strike to improve the lives of the miners and married Talon. They have children and grandchildren, as many years have passed on the moon. Another of their friends became an administrator. Knowing all this makes Caleb very happy. Then a family comes to adopt him, just as had been promised earlier. Omega is a very prosperous planet where everything is like it once was on Earth before humans destroyed it. Afterward, Caleb finds Addison's brother, who is still younger than him because he too has traveled for 75 years. Caleb tells Addison's brother all about her. I request you to help me reach 10,000 subscribers on my channel as soon as possible. We hope you enjoy this video and that you'll like it. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for your loving comments. See you in the next video.